To give you a bit of background about Glasshouse, one of the reasons that I founded it is because I'm so passionate about entrepreneurship and what it can provide both for the economy, but I guess more importantly to me, to society in terms of the way that we live and work. I'm really starting to believe more and more that entrepreneurship really has a crucial role to play, both in the private and the public sector. And that's obviously what we're here to debate tonight. And as we all grapple with really what are quite extraordinarily difficult market conditions, I think some analysts are estimating that entrepreneurship really can add as much as 1 or 2% back into the economy. That strikes me that the people in this room tonight have an absolutely crucial role to play, not just in driving growth, but also doing things that would make a real difference to society and the wider social impact too. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Jon Gisby, who is one of the architects of the fund.
How many people have been into this building before? Actually, surprising number, okay. How many people have ever had a commission from Channel 4 before? A much smaller number of people, okay. Channel 4 is coming up to its 26th birthday, and over the course of that time, it's really had two ideas at the heart of how it operates. The first is that you can do socially valuable stuff, and in our case, that's creating great television programs that have an impact on people's lives, and are largely the sort of stuff that the market left to its own devices wouldn't provide. And that you can do that by mixing public money and commercial money in a hybrid way. And as a result, Channel 4 as a state-owned public service broadcaster is unique in the world because it also delivers that in the second big thing at its heart, which is that it does that at the heart of an ecosystem of partnerships. We don't make any of our stuff ourselves. We only work with other people outside the building, and as a result, our advertising revenue essentially supports billions of pounds of economic activity in the creative economy and tens of thousands of jobs outside this building rather than inside it. Those two things have been very powerful for the last 25 years or so. But going forward over the next 25 years, although broadcasting is going to remain very strong and very powerful, we recognize that particularly in the way that the web's developing and the way the needs of our audiences are developing, we need to think of ways that we can deliver our remit and having an engaging and an adult relationship with our audiences that hopefully inspires them and provokes them at times and hopefully inspires them to change the way they think and live. That we can continue to do that, but not necessarily starting with a television program. And that's really what 4IP is about, which is how can we work in partnership with other people, perhaps some of the social entrepreneurs who are in the room, in a variety of different ways, partly through funding, but other ways that 4 can bring other assets and promotion and other things that, to bear, to achieve the remit that we've had over the last 25 years in ways that are even more relevant going forward for those changes in audience behaviour. It's a big initiative for us. It's a pilot that will run over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. It's got up to £50 million of available money to invest in the right ideas and businesses going forward. And if some of those things that we invest in don't fail spectacularly, we won't have taken enough risk. But hopefully what we will do is inspire some activity and create some big success stories. And also as part of that, act as a catalyst within Channel 4 and hopefully the broadcasting sector more generally about how this sector needs to evolve for a world that's changing very fast and for an audience that's changing very fast. The other great thing about setting up 4IP has been that we've been reaching out to audiences, reaching out to groups of people who perhaps wouldn't necessarily have thought that coming and talking to a state-owned broadcaster like ourselves would be relevant to them and relevant to their businesses or the social impact that they're trying to achieve. That is also at the heart of 4IP. It's the heart of events like this. This is one of a number of events that we're running up and down the country, really reaching into new groups of people who we know are out there doing great stuff and saying that actually we're an organisation that's based on partnership that we think can work with new organisations in a similar way to the way that we work with the independent television sector over the course of the last 25 years in a series of new relationships.